So I am going to present before you a parable. Most of the time parables are very short, uh, and whatever parables I use belong to, according to me, the greatest perspective in this world called Zen, Isandian Zen. I have mastered all the Upanishads and Vedas of India. I have mastered reading all the philosophies of the West, okay, and many other things. And I consider Zen, Isandian Zen, as the height of all those perspective. It is not a philosophy. It is a way of looking at the world. Zen, Isandian Zen of Japan. It is nothing very new. It is but their innovation of the essence of Indian Upanishads. Indian Upanishads went to China by using by the mystics of Fahian and Huansang. From there it went to Korea. From Korea it went to Japan. And Japanese people, they are very innovative. They can make a wonderful thing out of an available thing. That's what they have done with automobiles and many other technologies. So they did it with the essence of Indian Vedas also. So Zen. What I am doing to you should be the way you talk others. Even without giving you the background of how Zen was created, I could have told the parable. Get the point, Meera? You have to always plow the ground to install a seed. Just don't give the seed straight away. It won't work. People would love to get the seed. People would love to get a completely grown up tree. They don't have the patience, they don't have the mindset to take care of the little sapling and nurture it and develop their understanding. Especially the modern generation of stupid, highly educated people. I would say stupid, highly educated people all over the world. They are very happy with the finished knowledge as perpetuated through the stupid internet, which is making people just stupid, useless machines touching the buttons and getting some information and ending up in absolutely empty, depressed, useless minds. Evidenced by the very fact that the very so-called Bill Gates, whose Microsoft Corporation is making great millions of people useless, he himself is a dropout. So-called Steve Jobs of Apple Computers, a dropout. All great entrepreneurs, all great creative people, all great original people, all genius people in the history of the world, every one of them without exception is uneducated or undereducated. But the leaders of the world, the enterprises of the world, the governments of the world, the systems of the world, people, they require people, nothing wrong about that. Like the great landowners want the people, laborers to plow the field and plant the seeds and reap the things. The systems want coolies. Nothing wrong. But what I am telling is that along with making them simply coolies, they should have given the students in the schools and colleges little bit of ethics, little bit of general knowledge about the mind, little bit of general knowledge about the existence and the forces of existence, which no idiotic education planners in the whole world, I would say the criminal education plans and planners in every government in every country in the world, they just don't care about the evolution of human beings. So it is individual's responsibility. If you want to evolve into a wonderful being, it is 100% your responsibility. Not even your parents, not your husbands, not your children, not your friend. Nobody is really interested. Maybe a great mentor, a great guide, a great guru may be interested. Even they are into big business. Because real evolution of a person can be done only by one-on-one training. Others are all teaching programs, general education programs. Let it be, at least that much is good. Coming back to the point, Zen, Isandian Zen. Zen also believed that simply Guru sitting before the disciples and giving lectures will make them enlightened. They realized that it is impossible. They realize that unless the disciple makes his or her own journey, they will not reach their destination. You cannot reach your destination by following somebody else's path, Mariakutti. You have to create your own path. Even if the very God comes before you and tells you a path, just don't follow it. It won't work. Because you do not know what he means by those words. Get the points? Of course, you read any literature, you read anything, but you get the clue and translate your understanding into your own path. Because the goal is inside the very you. It is inside your entity. If it is outside your entity, of course, you can follow. But the goal, the greatness of the you is within you. It is 100% your risk also, your responsibility to discover that original power of your entity. So that you do not end up as one of the millions of human beings. There are so many. There are millions and millions of human beings. Would you like to be one of them? Nothing wrong about that, okay? I always say genius is a choice. Genius is 100% a choice. Nobody will become automatically genius. Even a genius has to take the choice. Alright, a parable in Zen. So in the Zen monasteries or the Zen temples of learning, the disciples would come. They will tell them, we have nothing to tell you. You have come in search of something, right? So you know what you are searching. Can you come here for searching something that you do not have any idea at all? You have some clarity, right? Are you? You have at least some vague idea. You want to become a genius. You do not know the meaning of the word genius though, but still. By the way, do you know the meaning of the word genius, my dear English literature student?
I don't know.
No, very good. I asked this question to more than 60 professors and head of the Department of English Literature in Kerala State. Nobody knew. But everybody could give a talk for about 2 minutes about what is genius. I just asked them, please tell me, sirs, this included my own teachers. Please let me know the dictionary meaning. It is called the lexical meaning. Am I right? Lexical. The meaning originally given to the word, the words in any language were not created by you and me, okay? They were all created by geniuses. Meanings were attributed by geniuses sitting together, discussing, reflecting. They defined the meaning and the sense and implications and connotations of every word. And that word is now carelessly used by the millions of so-called human beings, as if taking it for granted, as if it is their papa's property. When there is a little care is required even to use a pencil, no care is required to use language. Look at the tragedy of the world, Abbas. Any idiot on the road can talk a language now. Because language is the most traded commodity, you know. When two human beings meet together, suddenly there is eruption of language. To such an extent that every moment language is running through the mind, a so-called stream of consciousness. Human beings are trying hard, doing yoga and meditation to get rid of the so-called thoughts. What is a thought? Nothing but a running language inside. In the context of our session, I would like to give you the lexical meaning of the word, English word genius, Maria. That is, the word genius was originated from some Latin word, geni, meaning that magical being, you know, geni. Mariam? It is also originated from the some word which means the attendant spirit of a person. This is the background, I don't memorize things, but anyway, the dictionary meaning, the first meaning is, or the root meaning of the English word genius is, the attendant spirit of a person, place or thing. But dictionary is also a commodity for sales, public use, for the majority use. Therefore, you will see another 10, 12 meanings also there. For every word you will see an average 5 meanings. The core meaning is there, but other 4 meanings are given for appeasing the great majority who uses words carelessly in various contexts or sensibly also in various contexts. So somehow or the other, every word will have an average 5, 6 definitions. An average 5. There are some words even with 32 meanings. Meanings or implications or connotations or denotations. These are the 3 aspects of every word. Anyway, the first root meaning of the English word genius is the attendant spirit of a person, place or thing. You can talk about the genius of Bharat or the genius of your pen or the genius of your car. It is the attendant spirit of a person, place or thing. So look at the person. What is attendant, Maria? Who is an attendant?
Someone who attends.
Yeah, as you press the bell, he comes, right? Yes, correct.
Yeah, exactly.
In the past, I suppose in the room of a so-called boss, there will be a bell, tang, tang. Immediately the peon will rush into the room, attendant. So it is an attendant spirit waiting for your bell, Mariam.
Got it now.
Nobody has told you this meaning, including the so-called professors in language anywhere in the world, because genius is not in the classroom textbooks.
It is within you.
Yeah. They get to the contextual meaning. They will talk about Albert Einstein genius, Rabindranath Tagore genius, Shakespeare genius, etc., etc. And from out of the context, people will understand somebody with very big intelligence. That is one of the meanings in dictionary also. And dictionary goes on to define genius as a person with God-given special abilities. It is there in at least 3, 4 dictionaries. Why? They have to persevere the great majority of human beings from the fear and anxiety of failure and tension that when there is an Albert Einstein or a Tagore or a Ramanujan or a Newton or a great individual, why the hell I am? So they are God-given special people, escaped, okay? And they are ready to believe that they are born as usual idiots. No problem. I wonder, I am not ready to believe that. I will go on trying. I have gone on trying from my early childhood. Because my great father told me, he just told me in one evening, in a misty evening, standing in a mountain path, he asked me, if there is one person in this whole world who can do something, why not you? That's all. That single dialogue made all the difference in the trajectory of my life. And I want every one of you to take that turn. Turn is enough. Okay, you are driving to Kodaikanal, you want to go to Kodaikanal, you are going in a certain road, somebody says, no, go this way, finished. That road will eventually, gradually will take you to Kodaikanal, no doubt about that. Don't worry. Don't be impatient, don't be greedy. Modern education makes people greedy. Modern communication makes people greedy. One of the largest sold book in the world is How to Become Rich, Mariam. There is now a group of trainers in India called Success Coach. Of course, that coach is successful. How to make money. Even now you can see YouTube presentations. Recently I saw some entrepreneurial training program company. They are saying, would you like to make 1 crore a year? What the hell they are going to do with that 1 crore? Every day breakfast they will have put made of notes. In the schools, in the kindergarten schools, in the primary schools, for example in Kerala state, you go and talk to the teacher. Parents, especially the mothers, come there asking why my child did not get a 5-star. All the modern schools in India, especially the school being a bloody business today, they are all charging heavy fees and they cannot fail a child, you know. Kindergarten fee is 1 lakh a year, so they cannot make a child a failure. There are so many engineering colleges in the very state of Tamil Nadu where you pay the big fee and you are all sure first class. Getting 15 lakh and a failure. So what I am telling is success is that much into the mind of people. You shall not be the victim of a greed for success and money. If the money comes to you, of course, great. I want every one of you to buy a Mercedes Benz. If you have the money, no problem. All great things should be enjoyed. In fact, a genius should have the money. Only a genius is eligible to enjoy life. Others are on a greedy journey, blind journey. They don't know why they are making the money. What are they going to do with big money? So that's all questions you can reflect upon and think about. So, and on that greed, that fear and anxiety and tension of failure, okay? You know what is the success rate of so-called marriage? Increasing failures. They wanted to avoid fear and anxiety and tension. And precisely that is what is happening to the failure. So they end up in drinking, they end up in drugs, they end up in depression, they end up as resigned entities. Forget about that. And you can find an infinite number of examples of that. There are all around, even in your neighborhood. Okay. Coming back to the Zen parable, which I thought of giving you. You remember this parable, reflect upon this parable. This was given to the disciples in the Zen monastery who came in search of discovering their operating principle inside them. That self-discovery will make you you don't have to try any techniques, any methods. When you discover your real self, it is fearless, it is original. You will not be scared of anything in this world. I am an example. I am just not scared of anything in this world. I know many other people also. I am not the one who talks an idea without doing it. Whatever I talk, I have done that, I will do that. I talk out of my experience only, not out of book learning, not at all. Never. So, the Zen parable. The name of the parable is The Master Thief. I have written a 472-page book by the name The Master Thief. It is in Amazon.com. Abbas, buy that. Master Thief in Amazon.com. Not now. If you want to have an occasional reading, buy it. It is 472 pages. It's a huge book. So just buy and keep it. Okay. Mariam also. Diana also. Guaranteed that it will be wonderful reading. some of those who read it, they said that it is like Bible. I will just close my eyes and open any page. Any page will give you a wonderful idea. That's why I have written that. In fact, I did not do it. Somebody else inside me did it. I did not do it. Coming back, now, there are certain conditions to listen to this parable. Though this parable is only 3 paragraphs, Mariam, though this parable can be talked in 3 minutes, I may take about at least 15 minutes to talk about it, because I don't want you to just listen and enjoy it. I want your active listening. I want your seeing, S-E-E-I-N-G. I want you to see the parable. Why do I want to see the parable?
To make me believe.
Of course, that's the purpose. Because that parable I am going to tell you in English language. What is the language? Nothing but an assembly of words, whether it is English or Hindi or Tamil or Malayalam or Kannada or Telugu or Russian or French. Any language is nothing but an assemblage of words. Are you there, Diana? Are you there? Are you there, Vivek? Vivek?
Network issue, because there's a...
Why there is network issue?
I'm here.
You don't have a Wi-Fi connection at home, Vivek.
Yes, sir, I have Wi-Fi connection, but I think due to some rain and thunder, some disturbance is there.
Because what I am going
But
to
I'm
tell
here, sir. I'm
Alright,
here.
okay. Because what I am going to tell you now, not the parable, is absolutely critical. Perhaps that 1 or 2, 3 sentences are the most important information I am going to give you. That is very simple only. All great things are very simple, Abbas. All great inventions and discoveries and innovations and creations are actually based on very, very, very deceptively simple things, Diana. The foundation of science is based on a simple observation of a falling thing. That's enough as an example. So this is a simple thing. Master it. That simple thing is just one sentence. That is, every word is nothing but the name of something. Let him get trained in light, Diana. Let him not develop a fear for light, a comfort zone of sleeping in darkness, which anybody can. In the beginning, everything is difficult, Diana. Even the first step of walking, was it easy? Yeah. Even the first step of taking a spoon, it was not easy. Did you prevent him from taking the spoon? No. Make him do things on his own. Just don't assist, Diana, the young mother. Just don't give him any assistance unless it is absolutely essential. Learn the lessons of how to nurture a baby by looking and observing a cat. Or by understanding the purpose of existence. You want to make him a genius, okay? So, let him discover what to do, what not to do, how to do, when to do, where to do. You be just the guide and friend and philosopher, not a possessive mother. Alright, coming back. Every word, whatsoever be the language, is nothing but a name of something, some event or episode or phenomena or process or system or whatever. Like that person sitting there is named Abbas, or this girl is named Mariam Hiba, or that girl named Diana, or that lady named Mira, or that person by name Vivek. It could have been any name. This happened to be your name, that's all. But that name is not that live flesh blood bond sitting there, Abbas. Right? Yeah. Same is the case with every word. And because words can be easily talked, easily learned, and easily communicated out of daily exercising and experiencing it by everybody else on the road talking that language to the child, because the system is 40 billion neurons, every human entity quickly learns the gimmick, learn the technique of talking, that's all. And mind you, in the kindergarten schools, every language is introduced by giving the pictures only. Not only A for apple, there will be the picture of apple, otherwise how will they do? So by showing the thing, the word index the child into the terrain of language, into the illusion of language. Because of the power of the human intellect, within 3 years the child learns to talk about anything. Because I talk about genius is a choice. There was a little boy here once upon a time by name Urvi. He used to say, genius is a choice, Abbas. He just repeated it. You cannot eat Biriyani written in golden letters in a piece of paper. You need that thing. That thing is named biryani. So you write this and reflect upon this every day. The word is not the thing. That's why I told you, you have to try to see what is being told, Mariam. Unfortunately, more than 60% of the names or words are not about visible things, Mariam. Unfortunately. Therefore, words are great advantage also. We can talk about the unseen, invisible, subtle, intangible, deeper, distant, past, present, future, all kinds of things. You can talk about Harappa and Mohenjo-daro and Emperor Ashoka and Jesus and Buddha and Krishna and all those dead and live people in all distances and histories. Because their names are available. To such an extent that our so-called mindset will not become happy unless you tell the name of, for example, a person. I come back home and talk about a person, interesting guy I met at Mumbai airport to Mandra Rishika. And she is asking me, what is his name? What advantage she has? But even I have that tendency. What advantage if I know the name? I don't know. But I have that control, but I am still saying. Our mind, so-called our mindset is so much trained that we want to get the names of every damn thing in the world. Whatever subtle things we somehow get into a stupid package of words. And sometimes you can hear even so-called big intellectuals in the world in TV interviews and all that saying that, oh, no, I don't know how to talk about that. There they stop. Because of that problem of subtlety, they, the so-called managers and leaders of religions, would declare that the God is indescribable because it is not sensible and visible, you know. So if some people ask how does it look like, they don't have any idea how the God looks like. None of these people have ever seen about anything about a trace of God. Therefore they say it is indescribable, insensible, blah 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 blah. So people are happy. So they are given a word, God, oh finished. Even the word God is the name of something. Even the word Allah is the name of something. What is that thing? When the word Brahman is about something, the word Jehovah is about something, what is that thing? Nobody has the guts to ask that question back. And they are sensible people. They don't ask because they are absolutely sure that the guy who is giving a sermon for 20 hours will not be able to describe that. Then some people will say, like Catholics will say, God is love. What love? Romantic love, sexual love, love for money, what love? These are all, I am just giving a tip of the tip of the tip of the tip of examples of the fallacy of language. Because of that language block, that's why they are not able to meet the very so-called God if it is present. Because they are looking at things through the gate of the word. That's the problem, Mira. When the word is available, you have to, the only guide is that word. Even when you are directly experiencing the so-called God, because you do not know what is the description of the God, you are not able to identify that. Any problem, Diana? All right. Okay. So because every word is the name of something, you have to see that thing, right, Maria Kuti? You have to touch that thing, you have to sense that thing, you have to feel that thing, you have to get at least an intuitive, imaginative visual of that thing, okay? Even then,
22:30.
33% of the words are even beyond our imagination. You can only get a feel. But you can, definitely. That's why that word is there. When somebody coined the word, when one person in the history of the world coined the word God, that person has seen something, no doubt. When somebody identified an operating principle in the universe or wherever and used the Sanskrit word Brahman, that person only has identified it. And then he is talking about it. What is the point talking about something indescribable? Because you need evidence, you need some visual, you need something to sense it, okay? I just give it as an introductory talk. I can talk about it for hours together. But with this introduction, what I want you to do now is to see the parable which I am telling you. Fortunately, almost every word in this parable has something that you can more or less easily see with your mind's eye. Okay? Alright? Yeah. Okay, start C. 9:30 to 10:30 was the time, right, Abbas? Huh? What is the time specified in the URL?
It is later.
Huh?
10:30 in Indian time, yeah.
10:30, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, it's already 10:30, but I will continue the parable. Ready?
Okay.
Abbas, Mira?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. As I told you, this is a parable and most of the things, we will discuss this parable perhaps again also. I use it as a metaphor to refer to mindsets and mental blocks and mental possibilities. So there was a master thief in Japan. So you have all the freedom to visualize that master thief in your own way. Okay? You can define the height of that person, the color of that person, the appearance of that person, the expressions of that person, the dress of that person. But we don't have time to do that. But you have to do it in the coming 1 week. Ideally, I have to make you see and make every one of you describe what you conceive as the master thief. Then only I should proceed. When you do that, a group of students, you do that, Meera. Okay? No hurry. Ask every child to describe. And if you ask one child, you have to ask every other child also. Alright, Abbas. If you talk this to 2-3 students, you have to proceed only by ensuring that they at least touch the tip of the iceberg of every word. Sorry, everything or every person of every word. Okay, Abbas? Alright. There was and all are words which we cannot really see. Okay? Though we understand was. Okay, Mariam? What is that thing named was? Okay, you can say something that existed in the past tense. Okay. There, again, it's a word which can be anywhere. So it is. There are certain words, certain conjunctions and prepositions and aids, aids in a language in order to connect sentences of, in, the, there, where, what, why, etc. If I say, this is the thing named by the word scissors, what is that thing named by the word what? What is that thing named by the word why? See? What is that thing named by the word how? But we all understand that. Get the point? By regular usage. Alright. So there was a Vasathief in ancient Japan. Japan is now undergoing terrible tragedies. Anyway, Japan had a glorious past with the Zen masters everywhere. Even Zen, a lot of Zen ladies, great females mastered Zen. Anyway, it was ancient Japan. So where was he living? Mariam? Are you okay, Mariam?
Yes, I'm okay.
So where was he living, Master Thief? You are a poetic person. In Japan, where? Not the name of the place. Can you explain the location where he was living? Are you in a good mood to do that?
I'm not able to.
No. You are able to, but you don't do that. Never say I am not able to. You are able to, I can't. But you don't feel like doing it. Okay? Of course, I told you you have all the freedom. You understood a master thief, right? A master thief is not an ordinary thief.
Yes, okay. I
are-
can imagine the place.
Yeah, what is that place? You have all the freedom to imagine. Nobody can say no to that, okay?
I don't get any word right now.
Alright. How that location looks like?
Location looks like a very greenish area in a very in a hut.
Okay.
I can see it there.
Where is that hut located?
In the middle of the paddy field.
Alright. Are there buildings surrounded?
No.
Other houses? Yeah.
No.
Why?
I think it signifies isolation.
Yeah. You can talk a little more. A master thief would choose a secret place to stay.
Sorry?
A master thief would be staying in a lonely, secret place.
Yeah.
So that could be associated with a lot of greenery. That means somewhere near some forest where not many people are there.
Yeah.
Not only it is about ancient Japan, not about modern Tokyo or Osaka. Okay. We're talking about ancient Japan. Ancient times there was not much population. Okay. So now do you see a place, a hilly forest, ideally a mountainous forest area where there is, as she said, a hut where he was living. Is he tall or short?
Moderate.
All right. How is your master thief, Diana?
Very tall, sir.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So I just no. Because you have the freedom to do that and you must do that because master thief is a human being. Master thief is just a description. For example, I am coming to Diana and says that I met a guy by name Abbas. You don't get anything about him because Abbas is not that name. Abbas is just the name of a file name of a huge history of experiences and learnings and etc. etc. Get the point? Only that person knows that person's history. Everybody knows just the name Abbas. Maybe what he is doing, what is his family background, blah, a little about the tip of the iceberg. That's why I said you have to give sufficient importance, especially when you are in doubt, and you have to buy a beautiful notebook, Diana, and in that every day you have to write at least 3 words and describe its thing. Okay. Like how do you describe an apple? It is very difficult. So try that. Make an attempt to that. Don't escape from that because it is not familiar, because it is not required, because it is of no use, etc., etc. These are all calculations of the ordinary mind. I am telling you, I am guaranteeing you. Without your ability to cut across the illusion of words and touch the reality, you will never reach self-discovery. Impossible. I am telling this to the whole world. Even the very Socrates come back and talk about self-discovery, nobody can benefit. Nobody can benefit, nobody has benefited either. Along with Buddha, there were 20,000 disciples. Nobody has benefited out of direct communication with the Buddha. Because the reality is not the language. Get the point, Diana, as simple as that. That is the beauty of the Zen masters. They realized it in the very beginning that no talk will be of any use. So they would give just a parable to the disciples and tell them, get lost, reflect upon this parable, see this parable, and if you come across some discovery, come back to me and tell me. And then if it is worth a discovery, if it is worth a question, I will give you some explanation and go back. In fact, in the disciples of Zen masters, many of the disciples were very scared to go and meet the master with a question, because it should be a very original question. If not, Zen masters used to carry a bamboo staff. They will give a whack on their head if they ask a pretended question, because he would know whether that question is a real question or not. If he has travelled through the territory, if the disciple has travelled through the territory of the map of the parable, he would have a real question. Alright? So, that's it. So there was a master thief living in his lonely, not lonely hut, with his wife and child, in a remote hut located near a beautiful mountain. All right? On the 14th birthday of the only one son, see, you cannot easily see 14th birthday. Get the point? That's why in language they are called very descriptive languages are there where you cannot really see, but you can only comprehend. You cannot see 14th birthday of the son of Master Thief. These are all a child learns out of so much experience in talking with people. As I told you, unfortunately, human intellect is very, very powerful. There was a great guy called, there is a great linguist. Linguistics is the science of language. By name Noam Chomsky, Noamchomsky. He was nominated for Nobel Prize. He did research on understanding language development in the child for about 17, 18 long years, and he did not get a clue, Mariam. And finally what he did is just a technique, Abbas. He just hypothesized some neuronal network in the brain which does all these things. Finished. Easy. And he named that neuronal network what? LAD. That is Language Acquisition Device. That's the only way. Because after learning some 500, 600 words, suddenly the child starts talking. Of course, I can explain it, but this is not the venue of that. That explanation does not create anything new, though. Anyway, on the 14th birthday of the son, the wife, the mother of the child, do you see the mother of the child? It would be more or less easy to visualize a Japanese man and woman because you must have seen in TV programs or films the Japanese dress, the kimono and samurai dress and all that. Alright, you can wear an Indian dress also, but suitable to the names, you can have that imagination also. You can only see through the imaginative eyes of your mind. Alright. The mother very gently walked towards the husband. Very gently walked. There was a lot of respect and distance. There was a loving respect or respectful love for the woman of ancient Japan. So she very gently, very hesitatingly approached the husband, bowed before him and said in a very mild voice, "Today is the 14th birthday of our son. You do not seem to give him any training in your art of stealing. What will he do for his life when he grows up? That's all." Why did she tell him that you are not giving him any training? Simple, he did not give. Father and son seldom meet each other. Because there was a lot of distance between fathers and children in ancient Japan. Even in India it was like that. I don't know whether Abbas would know that. In the ancient forms, even in Kerala state, the mother would not come straight to the father. Am I right, Abbas? The mother would be talking to the father standing half behind the door only. I remember, if I have to tell something to the father, I will tell the mother and she will tell him. And my mother was the headmistress of a school. Even then, she was scared. Not scared, that's the custom, so-called. So, the son, obviously the master did not give any interest in training the son to become a thief, a little thief. Master looked at her and did not say anything. And the mother thought that, you would do something. One day passed, 1 week passed, 1 month passed, 6 months passed, 1 year passed. Nothing happened. So the 15th birthday came. On one misty, drizzling morning, a poet, hello poet, on a misty, drizzling morning, the master was sitting on a stone in the courtyard of his hut. Do you see him? Mariam, do you see him? All right.
Yes, I do.
You don't have to talk, you just give a nod with your head or show your hand.
Okay, okay.
In your book you have to draw a picture of that Zen master, master thief sitting on a stone in front of the courtyard of his hut in a mountainous forest, okay? Alright. You have to write down this parable in your language, not change your language, okay, keeping the essence of this in your project report and with a diagram. Especially this diagram. And in any other place you want a diagram, you do that also. 15th birthday. The mother walked a little more briskly towards the husband, bowed before him, and little more boldly told him, "Our son is 15 years old. If you do not train him, who will take care of me after your death?" An ultimate statement, which has no answer, Oh, the master's Meinberg got a shock. Right, you are right. Call him. Call him right now. Immediately the mother called the son. Son was summoned. The son came and father told him, "Get dressed up, let's go." But then the mother said, "Okay, let him eat something." "No way. Right now we are going." And just father and son together walked out and disappeared from the view of the mother. Father and son together walking through the forests and the hills and the terrible mountainous peaks. Do you see them, father and son walking together, Mariam? Yeah. And by midnight the next day, they reached another province, and father and son together entered into the centermost room of the palace of a very powerful feudal chief with hundreds of samurais on guard. Samurais meaning soldiers, okay? Once again, father and son together entered the centralmost room of the palace of the most powerful feudal chief of that land. Father himself made a huge heavy noise as if to alert the guards, and disappeared, leaving the son there. By the next day morning, the father reached home and the mother was sitting on the doorstep, the same sitting from which she did not get up. And even without her asking, the father told her, "Even a cat will escape." And he entered the house. That's the end of the parable. Alright? Write down this parable, Mariam, reflect upon this, and ask a question. Why this parable given to the disciples in the Zen monastery who were in search of self-discovery? Alright?